All right, Honda family, hey, it's a big day. We've spent over $250,000 developing everything that you see here. We have lots and lots of stock ready to rock, ready to ship out today. So I want to go through all the options, both all the brake rotor options, the brake pad options, and show you the full line, and then you can decide what you want. Okay, so first up, thank you. Several months ago, we started out with these, our ceramic brake pads. They are extremely popular. We sell over 1,000 sets a year into the BMW M market, about 400 or 500 sets of the Nissan GTR market, and Dodge Viper, and many, many, many other platforms. And I want to thank you because we launched these in the spring and they have sold excellent. What makes these pads unique? Well, they're a ceramic, but what makes the pad even more unique is it's a specialty ceramic friction that has ultra low brake dust. You're going to cut your brake dust by about 80%. And you're going to do that without having to compromise stopping power. So we developed these pads with a company called Link Engineering. They're up in Dearborn, Michigan. And they are a testing site for a lot of OEM companies. And we developed these specialty frictions. A lot of the ceramics that are out there that are on the market have low brake dust, but then the friction coefficient is diminished from the factory pads. So this is a specialty friction that is going to give you class-leading bite. On the dyno up there, they came out with a GG rating, which is track-like bite. So you're going to get track-like stopping power on the street. It is a street pad. It's not designed for the track. It works super well up to about 650 degrees, which is the upper end of what you should ever see on the street. So if you have a street car, which is most of you, this is a great pad option. It's going to give you ultra low brake dust. That's the main benefit. That's the main goal of moving to a ceramic versus a semi-metallic. But again, you're going to do that without having to compromise stopping power. Okay, that's my plug. Moving on. I want to show you the new stuff, okay? So for those of you that have been buying these up, thank you very much. We much appreciate it. Okay, so let's talk about Type R. Now, 2017, the car comes out with one-piece cast front and rear rotors. A very affordable option. However, the front rotors are going to be heavier than two-piece. So, and I believe it was 2020, around 2020, Honda came out with two-piece factory front rotors. They never changed the rears. There's a reason for that. The rears are quite thin. I think they're 12 millimeter. Sorry, we make lots of stuff for lots of cars. And they're only a 12 millimeter thickness around that. They're quite thin in the rear, and they're a solid one-piece cast rotor, and we didn't see a need to change that. I had a lot of consumers who reached out to us and said, hey, why don't you do a two-piece rear rotor? And we looked at it, but from a cost perspective, we didn't think it was justified. It's already a fairly lightweight rotor. I'm going to show you that here in just a minute, and I don't think there's a whole lot of gain to be had. However, on the fronts, we agree with the direction that Honda took, which is to cut weight by moving to a two-piece design. Now, in doing that, it is more expensive. It is a more expensive way to manufacture. And so we wanted to have both price points. So for those of you that want to do a one-piece cast and retain that in the front for cost savings, you're going to have that option. If you have factory two-piece rotors and you just want to change the rings, you can buy just rings from us. If you have a 2017 to around 2019 Type R that has a one-piece and you want to move to the two-piece later generation design for weight savings, we have that option that comes with the hat in Bobbins Hardware. So I'm going to show you all these four options. We're going to throw them on the scale and we're going to weigh them and see where we're at. So we're going to start with the rear first. Okay, so no matter what year model Type R you have, you've got solid one-piece rears. So let's open these guys up and throw them on the scale. And they're very light, very, very light. Note, they are slotted and they are Geomet coated. So if you want to read about that, it's called Geomet 360. It's the silver color. It almost looks like a powder coat. And you can read about it online. It's made by a company called Hoffen, Germany. And it's designed to protect the vanes on the rotors. And all of our rotor products are Geomet coated. So let's take a look at this guy. And we're coming in, I believe, right around 11 pounds. So 11.00 pounds flat. So very light for a cast one-piece rotor. And again, our perspective is very minimal gains going to a two-piece compared to the cost factor. So for that reason, we don't think it's a justifiable expense. Okay, had we wanted to do it, we could have done it. Okay, let's move on. So that is the one-piece rear. All right, let's get down into the front options, okay? So we're going to start out with the one-piece cast front. Again, very cost-effective solution. This material is called GG15HC. All of our rotors use this material. If you want to nerd out, I understand. Hop on Google, type in GG15HC, and you can read about it. This is a high-carbon material. Is it a little bit overkill? Perhaps. Perhaps it is for a street car. This material is designed for the track, for race cars. It is going to live a super long life. So if you are a street car, you're probably going to see somewhere between 2 to 3 times the lifespan over your factory iron rotors, okay? So it's a very durable material. It's designed for the track, not to warp, and I hope you enjoy these. So here you go. We have copied the pillar vane of the factory design. So this is a pillar vane. It's not a directional rotor like you're going to get in the two-piece. And we're going to throw this on the scale now. Again, it is geomet coated. It is slotted. Okay, Michael. Let's do. Okay, 25.45 pounds. 25.45 pounds. All right, for the one-piece front. Again, these are interchangeable. If you have a factory two-piece and you wanted to go down to one piece, just for cost savings, you could do that. You're going to gain a little bit of weight. But if it was perhaps a dedicated track car and you just wanted some really affordable rotors, that may be an option for you. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to move next to two-piece. Okay, and in the two-piece, you've got two options. You can do rings only, or you can do rings with the hats. And the rings with the hats are designed for guys that have the earlier year model Type R, and you've got one piece, and you need the full gamut. So let's look next at just the rings by themselves. We'll put them on the scale as well. Again, slotted design. This is a directional rotor for cooling. So we've pulled out all the stops on these, all the tricks of the trade. So this is a directional vane. It's designed for cooling purposes. This is going to be a driver's side front. So vanes point towards the rear. All right, let's throw this on the scale here. Let's see what we're coming in at. 19.65 pounds, 19.65. All right. 19.65 pounds. All right, let's go. Last but not least, let's look at it with the, open this up and look at it with the hats and get a weight. This is the hats, the bobbins, it's fully assembled. And when these come in, they're ready to roll. You can go right to the car and install them. Okay. All right, guys. Here they are. Okay. Fully assembled. Where are we at? 21.7 versus 25, 4 pounds. So I'll have to run the math. Guys, I went to public school. But I think what are we at? About more than 10% savings. More than 10%. So I'll put the actual weight, we'll calculate it out, and we'll give you an idea on what the weight savings are. But yes, you are shaving, what is that, about 4 pounds? About 4 pounds per corner moving to the two-piece design. So they are definitely a lot lighter. So anyway, this is the full gamut of options. I make no secrets here. I know I've got a lot of competitors that are probably going to comment on this thread. Look. We make parts for a lot of different cars, a lot of different platforms, and we're going to keep things affordable. I'm not looking to retire off the Honda platform. I own the company. I'm a sole owner of the company. We're a debt-free company. We own all of our product in cash. We're going to keep things affordable. I don't see Honda as icing on the cake for us. It's a new expansion platform for us, so anything we get is extra, more than we had before. We're very established in our current platform, so my goal is affordability. We're going to price this stuff ultra aggressive, and we're going to shoot for volume. That's our business model, and we're going to implement that here in Honda as well. It's going to ruffle some feathers from the vendor community. If it's a problem, become a dealer. We'd love to have you as a dealer of our products. Reach out to me, so we'll get you signed up. Otherwise, we're here to compete, and that's what we're going to do. So enjoy our brake products, guys, consumers. Appreciate your support. Stay tuned. See ya.